Oh man. Oh. Let's see. Oh Lord. All right, can you guys hear me okay? Let me adjust some things. No kitty. Can you hear me? Wait, is my stuff even on? Let's see. Let's change this. All right, can you hear me okay? Check. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Yep. All right, cool. All right. All right. Okay, so this isn't like typical stream, okay? I don't want my cat jumping up here. This isn't typical stream because usually what we do is we'll go on after a game, so don't expect a lot of people jumping into this chat. Eventually we'll get some people, but it won't be a lot. Kramer, what's up, clan? What's up, man? All right, so we got some things to talk about. All right, this probably will be my last live stream until next week, maybe. I was thinking about possibly going live tomorrow, but if I went live tomorrow, it would literally be in my car because I'm going back to my parents for Thanksgiving. So yeah, that might be, I don't know, that might be kind of weird. But who knows? All right, but how everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? Anybody? I mean, everybody that's in here. It's not many people, but last night was weird. First off, my allergies were killing me, which is still pretty bad, but my eye isn't as puffy as it was yesterday. So that's good, but it's still kind of irritating. Like, I'm going to be blinking a lot. But I definitely have some things I want to go over. Thank you, clan, for your videos always. Thank you, man. All right. I don't even know where we should start, honestly. I have no idea where we should start. Yes, let me bring up some stuff. Where the heck is... Yeah. Where should we start? I genuinely don't know where to start. I don't know. There's so many things to talk about. What happened, clan? Worked last night, so only saw the final score. Oh, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. So last night was weird. So for me, I watched the first half. My allergies act up like crazy. So I ended up getting a wet cloth to put over my eye because my eye got really irritated and puffy. So I put that on my eye, and as I was watching the game in the second half, I fell asleep. I woke up, and it was the same thing. Like, you get no information jumping on Twitter to ask anybody what happened because every single tweet, every single response was Jeremy Sochan sucks, Jeremy Sochan's trash, trade Jeremy Sochan. I jumped on live, and then I went ahead and looked at the play-by-play, looked at the highlights to see any plays that Jeremy Sochan gave up in the second half. And then I even looked at, obviously the stats, and it was not Sochan's fault, even though, I mean, he wasn't great in the second half, but I watched the first half and I thought the team as a whole had effort, but no one played well. Like, I think he went 3 for 11 or something. Wemby went 4 for 12. Collins went 4 for 12. So efficiency is just low. And I think that it's really coming down to the Spurs are really missing Devin Vassell, and they don't really have anybody that can just get you buckets like that. Chetty Osman was pretty effective, but I mean, we're making guys, or we're putting guys in roles that aren't necessarily built for those roles. But right now, I think it's just a matter of staying persistent, staying consistent, playing hard, and competing. But these games are not easy. Like these teams that the Spurs are going against, these are really good teams, and we have to have like one of the toughest records in the league. Which the NBA might have did this on purpose, since a lot of our games are televised this season. So starting off, they were like, let me just, I don't know. Yeah, it was a lot of fire pops too. It was a lot of fire pops. It was basically this. I showed this before. It was basically this. Here, I'm going to my own Twitter. It was basically this. And I'm gonna retweet this. I'll probably just retweet this every time the Spurs lose. It was just pick like 2 out of the 6, and you heard that a lot. So same thing every game, whatever. No actual analysis, no way for the team to actually get better. Just a lot of people complaining, crying, saying trade this player, Sochan's trash, and Popovich is awful. Same thing every single time. By the way, you want to think that, well, back in the day, people didn't have these criticisms. No, the Spurs would lose even being a 50 win team, and people would throw out criticism. That was crazy. Like, Tony Parker is selfish, which off the court he definitely was. Sometimes on the court he could be a little bit, but you would get a lot of that. You would get a lot of no one talked trash about Manu. That never happened. Or Timmy. That was really rare. But it would be a lot of Popovich. So it's the same thing, dude. It's just a different day, and it's a little worse since the Spurs are pretty bad. Pretty bad. Oh, you said what does this mean? I got you. There you go. Is the assumption that because one event preceded another event, they must be causally related. So for instance, someone might be like really, really sick. They take a Tylenol, and then the next day they feel so much better. So people assume that, oh, well, the Tylenol is what made you feel better, which it could have been so many other things. It could have been the sleep that they got. It could have been maybe another medicine they were on. It could have been, finally they're just over the cold, but that's just like the assumption. And I think a lot of people do that with the Spurs right now, where it's like they see one thing in the game where like, okay, Jeremy Sochan, he's looking down, he's upset, he's sad. Therefore, he was jealous of Wemby. He didn't want Wemby to get the ball, and that's why they lost. It's like jumping to because this happened, that happened. Popovich seemed a little calm this game, so Popovich isn't coaching. That's why they lost. You're just making like big leaps based on like very minimal information. People do that all the time. And it's not a one-to-one comparison with what this normally is, but yeah, that's basically what it is. Just making an assumption based on kind of little information. Just huge leaps. Not good inferences. Let's see. I love Sochan, but I don't think that they think he is a long-term. No, he's not. He's not. Like, that's what's so frustrating about this whole thing, is because there's so many people, Taco, that think that Sochan right now being point guard means he'll forever be point guard, or they just want this instant gratification right now. They're like, well, I just want wins right now, so let's trade this player and get this player so we can be mid and just be in this cycle of mid. And you don't want to just rush the process. When we got Wemby, we got him for like 4 years. Chill out. All right, let's see what we got. We reevaluate, get us a point guard in the draft, more than likely a really good one, because we'll have a really high draft pick. And we roll with that. Then we start adjustments. But you don't just sit here and just say trade this player so we can get some vet. Don't be the Rockets, okay? Everyone's praising the Rockets right now. I don't think they're going to be that good. I think that they really screwed themselves over, because I don't know if Şengün is going to be like a superstar. I'm not sure. Jabari Smith, I think they just jumped the gun a little bit. Jabari, I don't know. He could be a really good player. Ceiling Paul George, which would be insane. Floor, maybe like Danny Granger. No idea. Which would still be pretty doggone good, but to say that this is the cornerstone of our team right now, we know this for a fact. Let's go ahead and get some vets. They screwed themselves over. Now they're gonna maybe, possibly, barely make the playoffs, if that, and then they'll just be in this cycle of mediocrity. So you don't want to be them, and you don't want to be the Dallas Mavericks either. They do that too. They get a superstar and then they just go all in on trading this player, making this work, getting this vet. You don't want to do all that. Houston just jumped to the middle purgatory. Yeah, you don't want to. You got to be patient. It is a process after all. Don't want to be the Rockets, but can the fan base survive a trust the process scenario like the Philadelphia 76ers? Well, we're I don't want to be a jerk, but we are. We're better than the 76ers. Like, we're a better franchise than the 76ers. It's just a matter of being patient. We want to be like Detroit. I don't know what's going on with Detroit. I feel like it's more than just... I mean, some of the stuff that their players are coming out saying is pretty rough. They also... Didn't they just add a bunch of playmakers to their team for no reason? That's really weird. We are not Detroit. We know how to build up our first round picks. Yeah, it's just really strange what they did too. A lot of players are unhappy because they got a lot of players trying to fit the same role. It's like they got a bunch of players competing for the same role. They're not really building a good roster, in my opinion. It's just strange. Spurs have never had to experience a real rebuild like this one. Spurs fans in particular never had to. True. It just never really happened. Spurs have been successful their entire existence as far as winning percentage. They've always been successful. And then you get David Robinson, who's 24. You get Tim Duncan, who's 21, as a rookie, who went straight into a veteran team, won a championship, and then by the time he was that guy in 2003, I mean he was a vet himself. So just never had to experience it. Detroit has 3-4 championships. They aren't a scrub organization. No, but I mean, the last time Detroit Pistons won a championship was 2004? Was it 2004? I mean, we're talking 20 years ago. I mean, I guess that's better than some franchise or a lot of franchises, right? But that's a long time. I know ours was almost a decade now, but we also kind of got screwed over with the Kawhi thing. I think the Spurs would have had another championship by now. I don't know. All right, so before we get started, let me bring something up to you guys. We do have a sponsor for not only this live stream, but all the videos, this entire channel for the entire season, and that is BetUS. I'm going to let BetUS take it away, and we're going to talk a little bit about it, if I can. You ready? Let's do it.
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything, anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right, get a 125% sign-up bonus. And to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we are giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
All right, so big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring not only this video and this live stream, but the whole season. It means the world to me, and it's pretty awesome. So if you guys want to support, head on over to BetUS, man. You'll receive 125% bonus. Link in my description. What does that mean? You put in $100, you get $125 free to play with. And here's some of the things that they have. There's so many different things that you can bet on. I mean, the one that's my favorite, I always kind of go to it, but the 2024 NBA championship winner. So you can choose that. And this is actually insane. So I wouldn't recommend this, okay? But if you wanted to choose the San Antonio Spurs right now to win the championship for 2024, you would get a lot. So let's say you just put in $10. I'm just going to bet $10. That is $5,000 off of that. And let's say you get really risky. Let's say you just lose your mind and do 100. Yeah, that's $50,000 that you would win if the San Antonio Spurs were to win the championship. But if you wanted to do something probably a little bit more realistic and also take a little bit of a chance, maybe the Los Angeles Lakers, your risk level, you see, it's just put in 10. That's 180. So that's pretty doggone good. So if you guys want to support, link in the description, head on over to BetUS, some really great stuff there. And yeah, just wanted to talk to you about that. All right. So let's go into what I wanted to talk about with you guys. So, all right, guys, chat, I listen. I really do. I listen. I pay attention to way too much. Way too much, actually. Gosh, I pay attention to way too much. So I was on Twitter. Yes, a place you should not go. All right. If you've avoided it this long, you should continue to avoid it. It's only getting worse. But I was on Twitter and I saw a lot of Spurs fans basically lying. Okay. Either lying or just don't know what they're talking about. And what they've been basically saying is that Victor Wembanyama, he doesn't get any touches at all. Why does he not get any touches? And specifically, they say he doesn't get any paint touches. He doesn't post up. And this is just a lie. This is just something that people have not really looked into. They just say it because the eye test is just so great, right? So I thought that it would be fun just to look at some of the stats, overall stat totals for the 2023-24 season, and just see how does he stack up against other players in the NBA. Now, mind you, I'm not adding in any caveats here, okay? I'm not saying only rookies. I'm not saying guys that are 7 foot or taller, 6'10" or tall. No, I just did all the NBA players in the NBA to see where he matches up, okay? And we did totals. So let's start with paint touches. Now, if you don't know what paint touches are, here's just a quick definition. This could be dribble penetrations, a pass to the paint, or a pass through the paint, so skip pass. So it's just anything that refers to the paint. So it's not post-ups necessarily. It's just any touches that he's getting while in the paint. And we can see here, we look at paint touches. You can see Evan Mobley has the most paint touches. It's kind of irrelevant as far as him through Nikola. I mean, all of them are pretty similar. You can see Rudy Gobert, Mark Williams, Nikola, Mitchell Robinson. You expect all those players to get it. Even Jakob is here. But you can see Victor Wembanyama is right here. He is top 15, I believe. I'm pretty sure this is top 15 in paint touches in the NBA. So the idea that he's not getting any touches in the paint is just false. It makes no sense. And now you want to put it in even more perspective. Here are some of the players he's getting more paint touches than. He's getting more paint touches than DeAndre Ayton, Zach Collins on our team, barely though, Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, Jonas, Nurkic. I mean, these are big names that you expect to have more paint touches than him. Shoot, even Şengün, that a lot of people talk about. Why don't he just, get touches in the paint like Şengün? Well, he's getting more than him. Even Giannis, believe it or not, which is kind of insane, just to be real. But yeah, so he's top 15 in paint touches. Another thing too, and this is something that people bring up as well, that he doesn't post up. Why doesn't Victor Wembanyama post up? Well, the contrary, guys, that is also false. That is also a lie. Nikola Jokic is number 1 in post ups, and this is just totals, by the way. Joel Embiid is second. You can see Nikola, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Bam Adebayo, Zach Collins ahead of him, Şengün, and then Victor Wembanyama as far as post ups. So you see who is he posting up more than? Jonas, if I'm saying that right, I always say his name wrong. I'm sorry. Julius Randle, Luka Doncic, Jaren Jackson Jr., Karl Anthony Towns, and we can just, I don't know, if you want to just put it even more perspective, if you want to advance it a little bit, let's see, player info, where is it? I always forget these. Height, here we go. Let's do over, over 6'10". We'll do total post-ups. Here we go. And we can see Victor Wembanyama right there. So he is top 10, I believe. Just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, he's top 10 in post-ups amongst bigs in the NBA. So if you're over 6'10", he's posting up more than most players. He's posting up more than Jaren Jackson, Karl Anthony Towns, Nurkic, Porzingis, who everyone compares him to, DeAndre Ayton, Giannis, Paolo Banchero, Rudy Gobert. I mean, and the list goes on and on and on. Okay. So here's another thing that I wanted to bring up. Now, people also bring up overall touches, that he's not touching the ball. The Spurs do not give him the ball. And I will be honest, looking at this list, this didn't make me that happy. It didn't make me that happy. But it's still not bad. So we can see here, as far as overall touches, some of the players you would expect, like LaMelo Ball, Nikola Jokic, top of the list, Therese Maxey, Luka Doncic, all that makes sense. And then we scroll down, I think, where's Jeremy Sochan? Because Jeremy Sochan should be on this list, which makes sense as well with him running point. But he gets, let's see. Hold on, I already lost him. 916. So he got quite a few touches, but he's right there with LeBron, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul. Once again, makes sense, Trae Young. But amongst all these players, if you keep going down, there's Paolo Banchero, you'll see Keldon Johnson, okay, with 745, which I think that's quite a bit. Victor Wembanyama has 45 less than that, so 700. But once again, in perspective, who is he getting more touches than? Well, ladies and gentlemen, which, De'Aaron Fox isn't going to count because he hasn't played enough. I won't count him. But we could look at Jordan Clarkson, PJ Washington, let's see, Jalen Green. I'm sure you don't care about Russell Westbrook. That would be a big one. Jamari Grant. Let's see. I'm trying to skip anybody that has like way less games or anything. Jaylen Brown, Jaren Jackson Jr., Kawhi Leonard, even. He's getting more touches than Kawhi Leonard. So overall, he is getting quite a few touches if you put it in perspective. And we can even add on a little bit. Here, let's see. Let's do heights again. And we'll say players over 6'10". And we'll see where he matches up when we do that. Touches. And search for Victor again. And right here, it looks like he's top 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, or top 15, actually. So he's top 15 as far as big man in the NBA getting touches. So that would make him ahead of Porzingis, Bobby Portis, DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, so he gets quite a few touches, okay? So I just wanted to show this just to show that he is getting the ball. Okay, so like the idea that he doesn't touch the ball at all is ridiculous. That's not true. And on top of it, every single player that I've mentioned, these aren't rookies. These are vets. These are vets that he's getting the ball more than. Even you see, if we do experience and we just say rookies, let's see what kind of comes up. Or actually, hold on, this is way too specific. We got to do all heights. Here we go. Touches. All right, yeah, he's right there. Top three. He's right there. He's literally right there. Chet Holmgren is number 1. Wemby's number 3. Like he's right there. Let's see. Here's another. Let's just do it for all of these. Let's do rookie. If you're wondering which one this one is, this is post ups. Actually, sorry. Hold on. Let's change this to all heights. Post ups. He's number 1. Amongst all rookies, he's number 1, which he should be. I mean, he's huge. Whatever. Actually, where the heck is Chet Holmgren on that? Wait, Something's wrong. Oh, wait. Are they not? No, they count them. Here he is. 2? Chet Holmgren has 2 post-ups? How does Chet Holmgren only have 2 post-ups? Okay. All right. And then paint touches, we can do the same thing. Let's just do it again. Paint touches. Let's do experience, rookie, and we got all heights. What did you say? I've said it before. Try OKC approach to Chet. They used him as a trailing big man on fast break, not spearheading, cherry picking. Okay. Let's see. Actually, we'll do paint touches, and we'll look out for Chet. So this is paint touches. Okay, yeah. Wait. Was this the same as... Basically the same. Is it the same? Am I tripping? This is overall touches. Okay. Well, anyways, as far as paint touches, Chet is number 1 still, but Victor is number 3. So I just wanted to show this because overall, sorry, here it is. Okay, I was so confused. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense. What the heck? I was like, why the heck is my... Yeah, okay. Woo, because I hit touches and not paint touches. I'm like, how is it the same number? Yeah, okay. So yeah, Victor Wembanyama is 2. There we go. That's more likely. So he's number 2. Chet is number 4. He has half as many paint touches as Victor Wembanyama. Once again, paint touches is anything from driving to the rim, getting past the ball, skip passes, anything that has to do with the paint, essentially. And Victor Wembanyama is top of the list. So I just wanted to show, as far as rookies, I just wanted to show this because I think that too often people just say things without actually looking it up. And it's not the fact that the Spurs are losing. You can't just automatically assume it's because Victor's not getting the ball. That's it, amongst other teams. He's getting the ball at a pretty high frequent rate than a lot of teams. So that's not the problem. The problem is the Spurs are young. Okay, that's number 1. And number 2, they're just trying to figuring things out. And Wemby, he does rush quite a few of his shots, but it's not a matter of, yes, talk trash about Wemby or say that he's garbage. It's just a learning process. It's just going to take some time. And then this is all players that are basically big men. They're over 6'10". And Victor Wembanyama, once again, said this before, but more paint touch than DeAndre Ayton, Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, Nurkic. So he's getting the ball. He's getting these touches. It's just a matter of him adjusting, slowing his game down a little bit, and getting to his spots, and we'll be all right there. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys this, just so you can get a little bit of perspective. And the whole idea that he's not getting touches, it's a lie. Don't listen to anyone that says it. They don't know what they're talking about whatsoever. And once again, my device wasn't working for a minute. But once again, like I said, this video, this entire channel, every single thing that's going on this season is brought to you by BetUS. Big shout out to them. So if you guys want to support, please head on over to BetUS and win yourself some money, man. You go over here, and as you can see, I got it right there. Point to it. Oh wait, there we go. You can see it right there. You receive 125% bonus. Link in the description. That means that you put in $100, they give you 125 free dollars to play with. And if you go over to their website, you go to sports books, and it's super easy to sign up, by the way. Just go to the link in my description. You go to basketball, and you can see a plethora of different things to bet on. So many different opportunities for you. It's absolutely crazy. It's dope. It's awesome. You can win pretty big, man, especially if you're betting on the right thing. You got to have some knowledge, all right? You got to have some knowledge. But yeah, so big shout out to them. Please, guys, go support. Link in my description. So there's that. Good stuff. Great stuff even. So, yeah. People are indeed bugging. To Clutch Corey. They are indeed bugging. It's just a lie. Like, him not getting touches is just a flat out lie. Flat out lie. Is it legal in Texas? I believe so. I think sports books are. Isn't it daily fantasy that's illegal in Texas? Okay. All right. Let's there's another lie that you guys been told. Okay. Hold on, give me a second. There's another lie you guys been told. I gotta tell you about it. You probably didn't know this. You were like, I'm being lied to? Yes, you're being lied to. So you're wondering, what have you been lied to about? You've been lied to about the whole idea that every single thing is Jeremy Sochan's fault. You've been lied to when people talk about how trash Jeremy Sochan is and how we should trade him. I heard that nonstop the last few weeks. It's just been nonstop. Sochan is trash. He's garbage. I'm going to say this until my head falls off, okay? Jeremy Sochan will not be the point guard for the future. That is not the point of any of this. And people need to stop being so short-sighted with things and look at it as a future standpoint. He's going to be more than likely a secondary playmaker in the future after you get your primary point guard, okay? While it might be great right now to say, hey, let's start Trey Jones, it's just a Band-Aid, okay? It's not going to equate to wins right now. It's just not. And that's not the whole point of what's going on right now. Let him develop. If he becomes a adequate playmaker at the point guard position, can you fathom how ridiculous this team is going to be when they're ready to actually compete in playoff tournaments? Can you imagine how good this team will be if you have that in your back pocket every single game? That will be so infuriating for any given team, okay? So Sochan isn't jealous of Wemby. Sochan, yes, he's playing point guard. Is it the best? No, but the point isn't right now. The point is the future, and I think that the team, as far as what they've been saying, their rhetoric, they have bought into what's going on, and they're only blaming themselves for the losses, as it should be. So, with that being said, all right, they're not blaming each other, they're just blaming themselves. With that being said, I do want to bring up something, okay? So, I want to say that Jeremy Sochan is pretty doggone impressive. And I know statistic-wise, he will never be a player that puts up crazy amount of statistics, but there is something that he's doing as a sophomore that's not easy, and it's rare. It doesn't happen as often as you actually think that this happens. And what is that, you're wondering? Well, the man is averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds, and I know his assists went down, but it was around 5 before, and 4 assists. That's a really good statistic there. That you can average 10 points, 5 and 5 basically. That is really impressive. And I went through and I pulled this up just to show you how impressive it actually is. So here is a list of players this season thus far that are averaging at least 10 points, 4 or higher assists, and 5 rebounds per game. And you're going to look at this, and there's some names on here where you're like, whoa, he's in the category of them? Yes, he's in the category of them. So we got Paolo Banchero, monster, by the way. You got Şengün, which these are players that get praised all the time, by the way. Şengün's always getting praised, which he deserves it, right? But Jeremy Sochan, he's called trash. So all of these players on this list, none of them are being called trash at all. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of these are way more impressive, obviously. I mean, 30 points. What the heck? By Giannis. What is going on with you freak of nature? What the heck? Kevin Durant, 30. What the heck? But if we're just talking about players that's more so in his category, okay? You look at True Holiday, all right? No one's talking bad about True Holiday. I think True Holiday is having a pretty good season. But he's averaging about 13 points per game, 5 assists, and 7.4 rebounds. Once again, this is rare. Russell Westbrook, everyone knows him as the triple-double machine. His statistics are always pretty doggone good, you know, across the aisle. Maybe his percentages aren't always the best, but hey, he's Russell Westbrook at the end of the day. 13 points per game, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. Let's see who else is in his category. Aaron Gordon, everyone praises him. That's 14 points per game, 4 assists, 7 rebounds. Let's see. Nurkic, no one talks trash about Nurkic, which is really impressive. Nearly 9 rebounds per game. 9 rebounds per game, 4 assists, 10. I'm only showing this because I'm trying to show you how rare this actually is. This isn't something that happens. Like, it's not like a bunch of players in the league is capable of are capable of doing this. It's not. They're not capable of doing it. But he is one of them. And one player that doesn't get like cursed out at much at all, maybe by me, I criticize him here and there. Even Keldon Johnson, 16 points per game, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. So he's in that category as well. And by the way, I do want to say this about Keldon Johnson, or actually not just about Keldon Johnson, but everyone on this list. Once again, Jeremy Sochan is in his 2nd year of basketball, and he's on the list with guys like this. Now, I won't sit here and just make a clean comparison between him and SGA, because there's a huge gap between 10 points and nearly 30 points. I won't do that. But guys that are capable of putting in those kind of statistics across the board, it's a rarity. And he's in the category of guys that are much older than him, or guys that have more experience than he does. But he's still capable of doing it. Actually, he might be the youngest on this list. I think he might be the youngest on this list. Can you add anything on here? I don't know if this will work. Lamar Odom. No. Did we just find a new... What the heck? Hold on. NBA players average 10 or higher points per game, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds per game, 20-year-old or younger. Not coming up. It's not coming up, but yeah, Sochan looks like Sochan's the youngest. Okay, this is actually kind of interesting. Jeremy Sochan only 14 games played this season. I guess this is NAC. Yeah, this is NA season. So yeah, so he's in the right now. He's in the category of guys that are 20 years old or younger. Okay, this is actually insane. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? I actually was not. This was not on purpose. This is actually kind of crazy. No. This is in a season of guys that were 20 years young. So this is back when LeBron was, I don't know, I guess 20, or I don't know how old he actually was. Yeah, but this is actually insane. So you got Lamar Odom, LeBron, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Tyreek Evans. These are very old, like all around players. Lonzo Ball, Luka Doncic, LaMelo Ball, Cade Cunningham, Josh Giddey, Jeremy Sochan. He's the youngest amongst all these guys. Well, this is a statistic to share, so I don't know. Just want to show you guys this. It is impressive. It's not something to scoff at. It's actually kind of ridiculous, and I think too many people hate on him for no reason, and he is in the category of guys that are all around great player. I don't know what that was. All around really good players. I won't say great yet. He's going to get there though. But yeah, just want to show you that. That's another fallacy. He's not trash. He's actually pretty doggone good. Screw what everyone says about him. Any thoughts, chat? Let's see. Let's see. I don't believe Sochan is trash, and I am all for their point guard experiment. That said, I would be perfectly fine with them trading him. Okay. I would not be fine with them. I mean, you're going to have to give me a little bit more context here, okay? You know, are we saying, like, if you say, I'm fine with them trading him, for SGA. Then at that point, I'm fine with you trading anybody that name isn't Wemby for SGA, whatever. But are we saying like just anybody? I mean, who would you be willing to get instead of Sochan that you would package? I mean, because the names right now that everyone's talking about is like Jordan Poole, which I do know. Levine, no. Even though Levine's a good, like really good player, like no. I don't think it helps us as much as people think. He's making a lot too. Give Sochan a mentor, veteran, preferably former starting point guard. He has a mentor. Not trading him for a true point guard. Well, he won't be a true point guard at any point in his career, I don't think. But he has a mentor. He talks to Tony Parker. That's his mentor. Unless you're saying like put a player on the team that can help him. Dude, Kyle Anderson would be perfect for like helping a Jeremy Sochan, like see things on the court. That would be pretty cool. Boban? You would trade him for Boban? July crazy. I wouldn't trade Sochan yet. He's a sophomore. I don't see. I mean, I'm not talking about it, Anthony. I think you're like fine and stuff. Like it's all good, bro. But like, I still don't see how you could see this and then be like, I'm still willing to trade him. This is something that is rare. Okay, this is a rarity right here. This doesn't happen often. These are players that were 20 years or younger that average at least 10 points per game, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. It doesn't happen. And he's in that category of those guys. It doesn't happen. It's rare. Caruso? No, I wouldn't trade Jeremy Sochan for Caruso. I like Caruso, but no, I wouldn't. I don't think that like fix. Like I think that we can get a really good point guard in this upcoming draft anyway. Like no, I wouldn't trade Sochan for Caruso. Clan, who you think the point guard Spurs should grab next year? I'm still looking into it. Right now, I'm really loving Cadeau. I said this before, but Cadeau, he's 17, so he might not enter the draft this upcoming season. So that might not be a possibility. I also like that Collier kid. He's really good. But there's some really good ones. Bronny James? No. Trade Keldon for Primo? Okay, that's kind of funny. But yeah, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? Jeremy Sochan isn't as trash as people say. This is actually really impressive. Matter of fact, we're going to tweet it right now. So good stuff. Oh, by the way, let me go ahead and say it. Let me plug I'm plugging a lot of stuff tonight. I'm sorry. ClanTheMerchFan.com. Link in the description if you guys want to support the channel. Please do, man. Good stuff, great stuff. It's only, look, it's $24.99. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. I mean, some of them are a little bit higher, like Invader Whim. That's $25.99, but it's not that bad. It's only $1 more. But anyways, if you guys want to support, link in the description. And it's first come, first serve because I actually finished all orders for the past couple weeks. So that's good. So if you guys want to support, link in the description there. All right, guys, we're actually going to... I'm going to send this to myself, and we're tweeting this right now. Actually, I'm stupid. Hold on. I could tweet it from my freaking computer. Why would I have to send it to my... I don't have to do all that. Oh, my God. Don't tell me James Harden's back in the strip club. Oh, my goodness. He's right. He's back in the strip club. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. He has an addiction to strip clubs, man. He got to get out of those strip clubs. All right, let's post this. Give me 1 millisecond, guys. just messed that up. Thanks for subscribing, man. Sorry. We gotta put. Oh, you guys can't even see. We gotta put emoji. Let's do the like rolling eyes emoji. Should we do the rolling eyes emoji, or should we do like concerned parent? Like I'm concerned. I'm gonna let chat choose. Should we do concerned, or should we do rolling eyes? What do you think? I'll let you choose. ASMR when Clan types. I didn't even know you could hear that. Crying. Do crying? Rolling eyes. Anybody else? Clan, do you think the Spurs are going to be a championship team their third year? I won't go as far as say a championship team. I think by their third year they'll be like competing. I think they'll be competing in the playoffs. They'll be on the road to that. But I don't think they'll be like a championship contender in their third year. Like that would be insane. That would be absolutely insane. Rolling eyes. All right, we're gonna go rolling eyes. This look good though. There are very few players who are 20-year. Wait. Did I say that right? This sounds weird. There are very few players who are 20 years old. Wait, I think that is right. Or younger to average at least 10 points per game, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds per game in a season. So far, Jeremy Sochan is one of them. Yep, he's trash. Is that good? Let me know before we. By the way, if you guys have a Twitter, hop on there, hop on there and like it. When do you think we'll get our next W? We'll look at the schedule. I think I said it. I said it the other night. I don't think we'll beat the Clippers this next game. They're just too. It's just too much. It's just too much. It look good though. Look good. All right, let's do it. These back-to-back opponents is weird. Yeah, they keep doing that. This is the second time it happened. All right, let's see. Next time we'll get our win. Oh, Lord. Hold on, let me look at the Warriors record. Let's see, lost against the Thunder, but that was a high-scoring game. Lost against the Thunder again. Lost against the Timberwolves. Lost against the Timberwolves. Lost. What's the Warriors record? Seven and 8? I feel like the Warriors might be when we get our next one. And the reason why I say this is because we match up so well with them. We just don't match up well with the Clippers. Like these physical teams, we just don't match up well with them. With the Warriors, we match up very well. Wemby could put on a show. Nuggets, I think that's a L. Hawks, we might be able to take that one. But I think Warriors would be the one we get our next win. If not Warriors, then we might have to wait until the Rockets. Possibly. Probably the Hawks. But maybe the Rockets. But yeah, I think we can snap it with the Warriors. I just don't see us beating the Clippers. But I could be wrong. Clan, I'm from Brazil and watch all your vids. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Oh, consequences of is that what it is? That kind of schedule allows less traveling exposure. So they're still doing it. I mean, I know COVID's still a thing. I mean, obviously people still getting it. It's just less deadly, which is good. God, that was so scary. God, it's like people have already forgotten how scary that was when it first started. God, that was so scary. It's like you don't know where it's coming from. People dropping dead. Like, oh my God, that was so scary. I'm glad we're past that at least. Man, advancements in technology is crazy. And in medicine, it's crazy. Ridiculous. Like, this is unheard of how quickly we were able to get past it. I'm from, I can't even see what it says. You're from somewhere. Tunisia. Thanks for the videos, Clan. Thank you, man. I'm a doctor, actually. It becomes less fatal, but there are still deaths. Oh, okay. I'm glad that it's less fatal, at least. Still is scary. I don't think I've had it. Like, yeah, I don't think I've had it. I had a person I was living with at the time. They had it, and I didn't get it. I took both the vaccines. I think I got shot twice. I just didn't get it. I don't know. I just got lucky. Bro, Jokic is gonna fry Wemby. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. He has a really nice, like, arcing shot. Maybe. He fries everybody, though. So, who knows? All right. Let's see. Got some other stuff I wanted to talk about. Let's see. Let's go to YouTube. Why'd I do that? 14 minutes. Oh, okay. This is everybody. Okay. We're not doing that. Let's see. Let's go to the official San Antonio Spurs. Oh, there's Popovich talking. All right. I love it when you call me Big Papa. All right. Okay. I love it when you call me Big Papa. We're going to listen to what Popovich has to say. And please, for the love of God, excuse my mentions here. Okay, for some reason, it's recommending my own video. Greg Popovich disses everybody. Please go watch that. I think it's some pretty good lyrics in there. I did the whole Tupac thing. This is 2 years ago. It was probably longer than that. It just says 2 years ago. Also, Your Movie Sucks because I watch those nonstop, and then All Things Reality because I watch way too much reality television. 90 Day Fiance is fire. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, I am a grown man that watch reality television. All right, so Greg Popovich, we're going to listen to what he has to say, see his breakdown in this past game. And honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my overall thoughts and see if it lines up with Popovich's at all. So before we do that, though, really quick, we do have a sponsor for this video and for this entire season, and that is BetUS. 90 Day Fiance. I remember when I watched that junk. It's pretty awesome. All right, hold on.
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right, get a 125% sign-up bonus. And to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we are giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
Big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video and the channel. as a whole. If you guys are interested, please link in my description. You'll receive 125% bonus if you sign up through that link. What does that mean? You put in $100, you get 125 free bucks to play with. So if you go over, I'll just show you a little bit. If you go over to BetUS, you go to basketball. That's what we really care about. I was already on that screen, but whatever. I'll just walk you through it. And you could bet on so many different things. Not only do they have bets as far as the NBA champion of the year, the Eastern Conference winner of the year, but you even do very specific things like how many rebounds will this specific player average for the majority of the season, or specific games and how many points will your team have that game. So really great stuff, and you can win pretty big if you really know basketball. And as you can see here, Western Conference winner. We're at the bottom of the list. So, but you can win a lot if that were to happen. You put in $10, dude. That's $2,500 right there. So yeah. Anyways, just want to talk to you guys about BetUS. Link in my description. You receive 125% bonus once again. And not only could you win some good money, but you're also supporting the channel. So thank you guys so much, and thank BetUS for sponsoring this video and this channel. All right, listen, Pop. He has some things to say. My overall thoughts on what he's going to say, he's probably proud of the team. I thought that overall they played a pretty good game. I mean, as far as competing. Second half, I know everyone talked about how trash they were in the second half. Unfortunately, I was not feeling well, so I didn't get to see the second half. All right, let's I did look at the play-by-play, looked at the highlights, blah, 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 blah. All right, let's listen.
Were you good with the effort they showed after getting down at halftime and coming back?
I'm totally pleased with the game. Nobody likes to lose, but I thought their competitiveness and their execution were good against a very good, very talented, very well-coached team. So,
actually, I do recall this. So I didn't watch this. I saw someone put like it in quotations of what Popovich said, and I saw people calling Popovich a clown for being proud of the team after this game. Don't know what your problem is, honestly. I really do think that it comes to, I'm just going to be a broken record. It comes down to experience. It comes down to being a young team. It comes down to trying to figure out Wemby spots. It comes down to a lot of different things. Do we need some spots filled? Yes, it's been an issue the past several seasons. It's nothing new. So overall, there's some issues that the Spurs going to have to address for the future. But right now, you're developing. You're trying your best to win. It's just not panning out, man. But I do think that the past, not just this game, but the past 3 games, I would say the Spurs have shown immense effort. Even in the terrible loss to the Grizzlies, which, yes, inexcusable to an extent, but it does come down to the experience. But inexcusable, I still think that was a lot of effort, a lot of intensity, and I even liked the pace of this first game against the Clippers. Now, once again, I don't know when I'm posting this, but this is recorded before the second game against the Clippers. But based on the first game, these back-to-backs are really weird. I think that they showed immense effort, and that can really help us in the future, even near future, like this season. So,
I'll sleep well and look at the film. We'll continue tomorrow. But I liked a lot of things that I saw, individually and team-wise.
One of those, the Jetty Osman minutes that you got tonight.
Yeah, he's a go-getter, isn't he? He's a competitor of the highest order, and he moves well, makes pretty good decisions also. He's been really good for us.
Good stuff.
Coach, before the game, you mentioned you guys are kind of all over the map as far as one player being able to rely on consistently. Is Jetty's performance tonight one of those, or is he someone that you guys can start to rely on more down the stretch?
Well, he's a team player. He's a complementary player. We're not going to use him the way they use Paul George.
Exactly. Hey, let me bring something up. And funny enough, Pop saying that he's a complimentary player. That's one thing that we bring up like constantly, because unfortunately right now guys are being put in positions where we would need them to score to a crazy great rate, and that's just not who they are. But I stand by this statement, okay, that Cedi Osman would fit right in with the 2014 squad, and that team had a lot of role players, a lot of quality role players, and man, oh man, he would have been great on that team. Anyways,
Coach Jeremy guarded Kawhi and James and Russell.
Is this a cult?
PG at full court.
Yes, this is a cult.
What did you see from him?
Same thing I see every night. He loves playing defense, going after people, being physical, competes his butt off. And, once again, he missed a lot of last year. He's learning a lot about these players and what it takes, in the NBA.
Like a lot of rookies, this is probably as often as Vic has played, back to back early this season. How do you think he's handling just a night in, night out around?
Oh, that's a good question.
So far, so good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, so far so good. Okay, yeah, the question was, I don't know if you guys heard it. How do you think Victor is handling the back-to-back-to-backs or whatever throughout the season, because he is new to it? Because that was one of the main things people were talking about as well. Is that how is he going to adjust? I mean, not only is he going to be healthy, knock on wood, but also just, hey man, he's not used to this many games. But I mean, I haven't really seen an issue thus far. I mean, his numbers were pretty bad, against the Clippers that first game, but yeah, not bad whatsoever. Let me see. It was a few things to address. The 9-Day Fiance thing, it's pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. But if you guys are interested in reality television at all, I would really highly recommend Love After Lockup. That's really great. Okay, because sometimes 90 Day, they put on drama and you just have to skip through it because like this isn't real. Like it's obviously this is not real. This isn't going on right now. But Love After Lockup, there's kind of no way to pretend that. There's no way to pretend that show is absolutely insane. There's gonna be drama no matter what, dude. Here, if you're not familiar what Love After Lockup is, it's basically people that are pen pals with these inmates and they become like be in a relationship with them, and then once they get out, everything's destroyed. It's just terrible. It's just the worst experience you could have whatsoever. Okay. I don't know if there's been spoiler, I don't know if there's really been a couple that's worked out or panned out or been positive. I don't know. They're all it's just a dumpster fire. Okay. Every single time is a dumpster fire. So check that out. Also, someone asked, have I watched One Piece? I have been watching One Piece. So just give me some time. I got like 5 million episodes to get through. But overall, anyways, that's besides the point. Pop, he's happy. And I think that overall the Spurs have been doing pretty good. Same producers too. Is it? It's not TLC though. Do they own? Is We TV? Do TLC own We? Is it the same producers really? I don't know if that's true, but okay. But good stuff. Great stuff. Happy with this one. All right. All right, guys, we got some other stuff to talk about. Let's see. Actually, let's go ahead and just change some stuff out real quick. What am I doing? There we go. Can't help myself. How does it feel to know that I love you, baby? I'm lost without you. Can't help myself. Here we go. All right, good stuff. Heck is the all right, cool. Sorry, I had to bring something up. Will you sing again? No. All right. Let's take a look at. Oh gosh, guys, we haven't heard Keldon Johnson say anything in a minute. I think that's. I think that we should. I think we should listen to what Keldon Johnson has to say. I mean, he is one of the leaders of the team after all, so we definitely need to check that out. We need to see what our boy's talking about. Let's see. Because as of right now, Keldon Johnson statistics aren't bad actually. Let me see. Let me show you guys something. Not bad whatsoever. So he's very similar in Sochan in that overall, like he's having a pretty good year in different statistical categories. So you can see 16.8 points per game. While it went down, I mean, that makes sense with you having Wemby and all and people changing positions. But assists 4, rebounds 6. So yeah, that is not necessarily normal. Not something you need to scoff at by any means. Now, as far as very young players, that doesn't happen, okay? That doesn't happen. It's very few. We already looked at the statistics on that. Actually, do I have it up already? Yeah, I have it up right here. So we already looked at statistics on it. It's a rarity to average that at all. 10 points, at least 5 rebounds and 4 assists. That's a rarity, okay? And Jeremy Sochan's one of them at 20 years or younger. But Keldon Johnson is still a rarity overall to do that. And the man is still pretty doggone young. So 24 years old, pretty doggone. I thought he was 23, but 24. Anyways, all right. So let's see what our leader has to say about this game overall. And by the way, this is the game versus the Clippers, the first one.
Off on you having humor and trying to keep perspective through humor.
No, for sure. I like to joke around. I'm goofy. It's just me. Keep it light in here. Not so serious all the time.
It's not easy to do with a losing streak, though.
I mean, yeah. But we're getting better. So, we losing. I mean, everybody know that. But I'm keep being myself. Keep being energetic because the tide gonna turn. And, I'm still gonna be myself. So when we start winning, y'all always gonna say KJ was the same person when winning or losing. And that's what it's gonna be. But we gonna start winning. So it's just a matter of time. We learning. We getting better.
See, that's the type of attitude you need right there. What Keldon Johnson, this is the attitude you need. You need that positivity. It's not, man, there's so many people that just like hop on my streams and say, oh my God, dude. Oh my goodness. You just love Sochan. You just love these players way too much, man. You got rose colored glass. It's like, no, the fact of the matter is they're young and there has been improvements. If you just go into games and all your whole thing is, I'm going to watch highlights, maybe. I think most of the time people don't even do that. I'm just going to look at the statistics after, and then I'm going to jump on Twitter and say how all the players are trash. Then that's not true analysis. You don't know what you're talking about. Actually watch the game. If you pay attention, the Spurs are getting better. They've played pretty doggone good in even some of these losses. And while you're losing some, there's a lot of games where you look at and you say, hey, you lost it, but dang, that's really going to help in the future. And that's all you can roll. That's all you can roll with, man. You got to take the bad with the good. It's okay to criticize players and say this player needs to do this better or whatever. I can go through every single player and say what they need to improve on. Like, obviously, right? Wembanyama, he needs to slow down a little bit. Like that's an obvious one. That's like right in your face, right? But just overall, it's no point in just dogpiling on them, man. They're going to get better. They're going to start winning. It's going to be just a matter of time. It's fine. And we have a very tough record right now. Really tough record.
What are the signs that you guys are getting better and making the progress?
Oh, he asked him, what's the signs that you're getting better, making progress? I wonder, is he going to go in depth about it, or he's going to just like give an overview? I don't know.
I mean, like today, we stayed together. We didn't hang our heads when they made runs. We stayed together, keep helping each other out, communicate, and we just try to, correct the little things. That's an amazing team that we played tonight. They stay healthy, praying everybody on their roster stay healthy. They will be, contending in a position to, to make some noise in the West. So, praying that, everybody stay healthy. But we as a team, we making strides. We throughout the game, they made some runs, we made some runs, and we just gotta, like I said, always go back to film, look at the things that we can control, and try to fix those to the best of our ability.
See, Anthony, that's what I'm saying. Like that comment, I think I agree with you. Like that's a fine one right there. It's like, You said, to be honest, a hard-nosed vet could help a lot on defense. I'm not saying he needs to play or needs minutes necessarily or anything like that. Like, yeah, like, exactly. You know? Exactly. Like, that's fine. Like, I think saying something like that where, okay, we could use a vet that could really help defensively, or like a defensive vet that could really break things down and give them some other perspectives. I think that's fine. I completely agree with that. That's okay. But when we start saying, like, we need a vet to replace Sochan as the point guard, it feels like you're missing the entire point of him running point guard. You know what I mean? Not you, by the way. I'm just saying in general. It's like you're missing the point of why we're doing it anyways.
Is there anybody in that locker room who needs a little extra reassurance that things are going well? Because some of these guys have never lost before. Like,
Pat Bev. Ooh.
Yeah, but as a leader, I would make sure that we have that reinsurance, that we know that tough times don't last. It's an 82 game season, and just because we got a rough patch now doesn't mean we're gonna have a rough patch, in the near future. So, I'm very confident in my team, my coaches, and all our support system that. When the tide does turn, we stay level-headed and we keep working on the things that we need to work on that put us in a situation to be successful.
Exactly, Keldon. Good God, that's one. He's spitting. Let him cook. You're a mess. She says, is Keldon saying we're not competing for a title? Head blown. What Wemby was supposed to get us a ring this year? What the? Yeah, I know, right?
And get wins.
Understanding it's a young team.
Who is the leader of this team? Keldon? Probably. Yeah, I would say Keldon. As far as like vocal leader of the team, I mean, probably Keldon. Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, on court leader who's gonna put it on their back, Wemby, but he's still learning as far as like, and he doesn't have that rep yet, like as the guy. I mean, as like the leader of the team. I think he's the best player on the team. The most efficient would be Devin Vassell. But yeah, leader of the team, I would say Keldon. Anyone disagree with that in chat? I think Keldon's the leader of the team, right? Brisky said he's the leader. Oh, okay. Well, Brisky's the leader then.
That's still developing. Are you surprised at the record?
I mean, I just take it day by day. I don't let it being a young team make any excuses on why we don't come out on top each and every night. We're learning, we're competing, we want to win. We don't go out there and say, oh man, at the end of the day we're a young team. It's fine, we lost. We're trying to make the right correction so that we can win games. So being young, that's okay, but we are definitely want to win, and we're definitely preparing each and every game to win and to come out on top.
Being young isn't an excuse. It's most certainly a factor, but I would be pretty discouraged as a fan if like every single player came out and said, well, we're young. I mean, yeah, don't say that. I mean, you could say it sometimes, but that don't use it as an excuse, even though it might be a huge factor. And I think it is a huge factor to the losses. I think it's good that players don't use it
when we go out there on the court.
Do you think some of the fault is just having pure endurance because you guys are still growing in that way?
I wouldn't say endurance. I say experience. We played some tough teams, but we also beat some tough teams this year in our record that's doing pretty well in the West. So, it's there. We just, we got to fine tune the little things. Play some really, really good teams. We have really, really tough.
Spurs were really feeling themselves when they went up 3-2 though, because then that's when the effort started lacking a little bit, and then they got the effort back recently. So.
And that's no excuse, but that makes it even more that we gotta tune in and lock in on the little things that put us in the situations to win basketball games.
You mentioned 2 games in a row.
Vassell believes he is the leader. I mean, he could be. I don't know. I mean, if someone said that, let's see, I thought the leader was Vassell, but I think Keldon has more passion. I mean, they're both leaders. I mean, we could go back to the old Spurs, right, and say like, Manu Ginobili, he's not a leader. Like, yeah, he's a leader. He's one of the leaders of the team. Tony Parker was one of the leaders of the team. Duncan was the guy. I think when it's all said and done, Wemby will be the leader of the team. But these are leader guys. By the way, that whole idea of like alpha male mentality stuff, in my opinion, I think it's a fallacy. I think that you can have multiple people be kind of the head as long as you're willing to like work together and understand the game. I don't think you need like one guy that's just I just control everything. No, you can have multiple leaders on the team. You just got to not be selfish. So
those 4 All-Stars over there. I know you spent a lot of time on Kawhi today. Is there you learn anything about yourself facing a guy like that two games in a row, you think?
I mean, just looking at the film, I mean, he's an amazing player. He's been an All-Star and Finals MVP for a reason. And, I just got to, don't get any cheap fouls and look at the film and make corrections. I feel like, he's going to make shots. Him and Paul George, even Westbrook, even James Harden, they're going to make shots. They're great players. So, as a team, we got to defend, lock in, and, be as solid as possible.
You mentioned the strength of that team. Now it's the second time this season it's kind of been a one-sided affair when you guys match up with them. Are you guys eyeing Wednesday's matchup again? Anything special?
KJ is nice, but sometimes he gives me Parker vibes, like wanting all the attention. I don't think Keldon Johnson. Okay, so you guys know, like, I try my best to pay attention as much as possible to players like on and off the court, like maybe to an unhealthy degree. I mean, that's why like all of those years I wasn't crazy about DeJounte Murray and everyone got mad at me, like no matter what. But I was like, dude, I don't like his attitude even off the court, and I think that it resonates on the court sometimes too. I don't think Keldon Johnson is a selfish player. I don't think that is Parker vibes. I think it literally is, his mentality is, I'm going head first. I'm going to muscle my way to the paint. No one's going to get in my way. I'm a tank. And he has this tendency of doing that. And it works. I think the problem is with Keldon, it works for the first half. But then once teams make adjustments or they really kind of key on it in the fourth quarter, it's terrible. Like it looks awful. So yeah, I don't think that he's purposefully like trying to take all the credit or like purposely like want the last shot necessarily. I think it's just he's trying to muscle his way to a win and playing a little bit of hero ball. But I don't think Keldon is a selfish player. I never thought he was a selfish player. Now, DeJounte, he was definitely selfish at times. Like I could see like so many different occasions where a player would get like hot, like specifically like Derek White got hot in quite a few games and hit some key shots. And then DeJounte Murray take it upon himself in the last seconds to like, now I need to shoot. I've seen, and not only that is his attitude behind it too, like the amount of showmanship, like get out of here. Like when he did that whole thing, or him and Derek White stopped a defensive play. I don't know if you guys remember this offensive play. I'm sorry. Both of them made crazy great reads defensively. And right after it, DeJounte Murray put on a show and like left, like literally left the arena, and Derek White stayed there with his teammates and celebrated. That was weird. Or when he was taken out of the starting lineup and then he instantly unfollowed all of his teammates and then took point guard out of his bio. That type of stuff where it's like, yeah, you're kind of selfish. Keldon Johnson is not like that. Like I think if the Spurs were to take Keldon Johnson out of the starting lineup, I don't think we'll get any drama out of it whatsoever. I don't think anything will come out of it. I think he will be the exact same person he was when he was a starter. And I think that there's this this fallacy, I guess, that or lie that I don't like Keldon Johnson. That's not true. I truly do like Keldon Johnson. I just don't like it's merely bad. Like it's just basketball. I just don't like some of the tendencies at the end of games. That's it. Other than that, I love Keldon Johnson as a leader. I love him as a player. I think on and off the court, he's a phenomenal. I mean, he just seems, from the outside looking in, he seems like a phenomenal guy, phenomenal kid. What I said, kid. Oh my God, I'm not that much older than him, but yeah, he just, I don't know. He seems cool. Yeah. Anyways, sorry, I went on a tangent there. Wait, I'm sorry. Bringing up DJ, I know people get mad. DJ never felt like a true Spur, to be honest. There's not a player in outperform current roster that doesn't feel like a true Spur. Yeah.
We eye every matchup that we play. We go out there and try to.
Yeah, he was never in group photos either. He didn't go out with the team at all. Like when we talked about that that vlog where all the guys went out, like it was Derek White, Keldon, Drew Eubanks. Who else was with that group? Zach Collins, I think he was with them. Like, they all went out to party, have a good time. Wasn't anywhere to be seen. He wasn't in San Antonio a lot either. Like, he was constantly leaving. So,
beat teams like they beat us tonight. We want to go out there and win, and that's what we prepare to do.
Also, I mean, if we're talking about like giving back to the community or whatnot, like when people talk about like, oh, they're doing these drives or giving out turkeys or whatever, you can go back and you can look up literally like fundraiser or anything in San Antonio. It was always the other teammates involved in it. He just wasn't really a part of it like that. So Keldon Johnson, he's always a part of it. So I think Keldon genuinely does love being a San Antonio Spur, and I think he is a true leader, and I don't think that he's selfish at all. I don't even think he's as selfish as Tony, and Tony was a really good leader. So
each and every game, regardless if we play them on Wednesday or whoever may play after that, we prepare to win and beat teams.
What do you think the primary struggle is, especially on the offensive end when things, go off the rails for like extended stretches?
We just got to be more consistent. We got to continue to lift each other up. We're going to miss and make shots throughout the game. Other teams going to make runs. So we know through those tough times and the struggles, we just got to pull together even more, lock in, and get some good shots. That's all it is. This is the NBA. Teams make runs, teams make shots, teams miss shots as well. So, if we struggle a little bit, we got to continue to stay together and continue to take those same shots, because the shots that we pass up are the same shots that keep us in the game when we're hitting those. So we got to continue to stay confident, stay together, support each other, and continue to uplift each other. And we'll be fine. And we do that already. So we have no worries. We know that we're as a group, we're locked in. We're close, tight-knit group, and we have each other's back. So, I'm going to continue to uplift my brothers, and my brothers are going to continue to uplift me. And we're going to continue to, win the games together and lose the games together, regardless. So, we are looking forward to Wednesday. We can't wait to get out there and compete and get a win.
Is that one of your better?
We got to listen to more Keldon Johnson interviews, press conferences. I know they don't come around a ton. I mean, they talk to him usually, but it's not a ton. Usually like the Wemby, Popovich ones come out the most. We got to listen to Keldon. He gets me pumped. Like I want to go out there and compete. Like, give me some Spurs merch, please. Send me some Spurs merch. Send me a Spurs jersey. I will go out there and compete. Will I score? No. All right. Will I get scored on every single play? Yes. But you know what? I'm going to compete. Beautiful.
Throw steps that you had in the first half?
He would literally be the guy. Like in those basketball movies or those sports movies where you're down by like 5 and 5 or 10 maybe, and it's halftime and you need that speech, that inspirational speech. He will be the one giving it.
Yeah, it was a good move. I mean, Paul George is a great defender. So, just trying to throw something new at him.
Good stuff. Great stuff. That was wonderful. I like that. That made me happy. Okay, let me get out of this. That made me happy. All right, I want to tell you guys about something though. All right, you gotta listen. Are you gonna listen to me? Listen to me real quick. Mojo Fantasy. So I need to tell you this, okay? So I will be doing a giveaway. Still got to get a graphic for it actually. But ow, my cat! What the heck? How did she do that? How did you do that? How did you make that jump? I had a whole obstacle course here so she wouldn't be able to do that, and she still made that jump. How did you do? That's impressive. You deserve to be up here just from doing that. Yeah, you do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do. Good girl. You deserve to be up here now. I usually don't like you up here, but you deserve it now. But yeah, guys, I will be doing a giveaway, Mojo Fantasy. All you got to do is download Mojo Fantasy, link in my description. You download the app, sign up, send me a message on either Twitter or Instagram, and just say, hey, Clan, check it out, bro. So I just signed up for Mojo Fantasy. That's all you got to do. It's that simple. And what do you get? Well, I'm going to be giving away Spurs tickets, $200 value, Spurs tickets to any game. So don't worry about if there's a specific game. No, it's literally any game. So if you guys are interested, please go do that. Mojo is a brand new sports book. It's completely different. It actually goes off of stock, and you can even see the little thing going down, up and down. And you can trade your players mid-game. It's absolutely insane. It's way different than anything you probably played before. So yeah, go check it out, man. Download the link below, and let me know that you signed up. That's all you got to do, and I'll enter you. But yeah, great stuff, good stuff, wonderful stuff. But yeah, Keldon Johnson, dude, what the heck? She's an anchorman, remember? I guess so. I don't know how she made that. I'm telling you, I don't know how she made that jump. That was insane. That was an insane jump. That was insane. Good stuff. Great stuff, Keldon. All right. Let's see. Who else we need to listen to? Oh, they actually didn't talk to Wemby this time. Is this worth it? I don't think this is worth it. What happened to Keldon? What you mean? What you mean what happened to Keldon? Let's see here. Give me a second. Let's see. I think I had something else I want to go over. Where is it? Yeah, this was something I missed.
But Gil, you got the chance.
All right. Okay. All right. So before we get into this, hold on. All right. This live stream, okay, is brought to you by dun 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 dun. I don't know what theme I was doing. That made no sense. I'm so sorry you had to go through this. We mentioned it before. I'm gonna mention it again. Mojo Fantasy. So let me just tell you guys a little bit about Mojo Fantasy. I absolutely love the app, but it basically turns sportsbook odds and selections into fantasy contests. It's absolutely insane, and this is how it works. So there's thousands of different like NFL and MLB player props that you know of, but there's also NBA ones. So what you would do is you will build a portfolio, and the better your portfolio performs, the more cash you can win. So you pick as many props as you want, and you try to beat the crowd. It's really great, and you can even trade away. You can buy and sell, kind of like stock, your players mid-game. It's kind of crazy. So if you guys are interested in it, please download the app. Link in my description. As you can see, it's 100% deposit match up to $100, and all you have to do is use that code Spurs Clan. Once again, link in my description. Mojo Fantasy, great stuff, wonderful stuff, and on your first deposit is 100% deposit match up to $100. So great stuff, wonderful stuff. All right, I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, so let's talk about this. So, Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas. We love Mojo. We do love Mojo around here. Exactly, July. All right, Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert. What do you have to say, my boy? Hold on. We're gonna speed this up a little bit. Just a little bit, and we're gonna see what he has to say. So he has been on a roll when it comes to his Spurs takes. All right, he usually has pretty bad ones, or he used to. Okay, I won't say he used to, but now he has been pretty doggone good. But you never know what's gonna come from his mouth. Okay, but usually when I've noticed this, usually when it's something negative, he's kind of trolling or we're just like catching strays for no reason. But overall, he's been pretty good with his Spurs takes. So let's see what he has to say about Wemby. It says, Gilbert Arenas says Wemby can own the NBA. I'm very interested in what he has to say. We'll see if we go through this whole video. I don't know. What the heck is this? Let's see.
Chance to see Wemby actually now play NBA
It's 3 weeks ago, by the way.
game, all the hype, everything we talked about. What did Wemby show you in his NBA debut?
Same thing he showed us in preseason, that he can play. Right, you know, Kenyon said it. You know.
This is a game against the Dallas Mavericks, I'm assuming.
Right, that excitement was going to get him in foul trouble. I'm thinking, how he going to get in foul trouble because he's so low?
Yep.
5-piece.
He was on the bench majority of the game because of foul trouble. And, you know, that's just, you know, I guess you can't turn off that excitement. You know, and that's basically why his stats.
Okay, I know we're going back in time a little bit, but that was BS. All right, he shouldn't have got that many fouls. That was crazy.
This wasn't the way they were. But, you know, that fourth quarter showing that he can, you know, dominate a quarter. I mean, 9. I mean, you know, if he, was it 5 and 9? What did he have? Like, he had 9 in the fourth. But if he was in the game throughout that game, he would have had a...
Maybe close to a 20-piece. Good for the league? Motherfucker.
I mean, I feel like if there's going to play him like that and the outcome's going to be a loss, just play the man and let him foul out. Because he loses his rhythm when you're trying to avoid the foul trouble. He's a rookie. Like, when we were rookies, they didn't give a fuck about whether or not we fouled out or not. It's like, let him play. You know what I'm saying? The first 3 games at least, let him get his rhythm so he knows what he can and can't do. Even when it comes to fouling, they pulled him after 1 foul, 6 minutes to go. And I felt like that was a rhythm stealer.
Yeah.
And
No, we're trying to win we were trying to win the game. I mean, I know we're going back in time here, but like, no, what?
And
in the first quarter?
In the first quarter. So it's like now he goes back to trying to figure out what his rhythm's going to be when he goes back in. Then he picks up the second.
No.
Now he's back to the bench. And now I knew it was fucking with his head at that point. So
It wasn't. He was fine. That was the impressive part, because when he got back in the game in the fourth, he was like, bang, 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 bang. He didn't lose any type of rhythm. Did we watch the same game? I know this is a long time ago, okay? I know this is ancient history, okay? Because, I mean, the Spurs have been losing a lot of games lately. I know this is ancient history, but, like, hello? Do we watch the same game? I recall this game. I've seen every single game, apart from one of these games because I had allergies and then I missed the second half of it. But yeah.
Figure out when he's going to go back in. And then I'm just, you know, the fouls that he was getting is you know, he's big, he's lanky. He's going to get some fouls, but I think it had a lot to do with his rhythm, trying to figure out what he was going to do, how he was going to play, how he was going to adjust. And I think that if Pop would just let him play, let him get his fouls, let him get it, because they played like they didn't need him out there. They played together like it was a team, and it was like, Victor, if he on the floor, he not. We know what we gonna do. So it's like, if y'all gonna play like that, let's let him play. Let him play, let him foul out. Let him learn.
That's silly. Let's see. Serious question. When they talked about Tim, Tony, and Manu coming in to mentor Wemby, are they also helping out the other new guys? Like Tony talking to Sochan on playing point guard. Well, I'll say this, because David Robinson as well going to be a mentor. I'll say this. I can't speak for Timmy necessarily. I know Timmy, when he comes in, he's helping the big man quite a bit. Like, he helped LA. He was a mentor to him, so he'll help out Wemby. As far as Tony is concerned, maybe we're gonna hold on. You hold that thought. We're gonna talk about that. We'll talk about that after this video. I'll give you my thoughts on it.
Better stop fucking fouling, young fella.
Yeah. I don't know. I was kind of annoyed with the refs because I was like, okay, like, this is a big game. This is a big moment. Maybe one or two of those fouls they could have just let go.
Yep.
But again, he kind of looked like a baby giraffe, like trying to figure it out there. He's a little clumsy, but still graceful because it's a fucking giraffe. So it's like
fucking giraffe.
running around and stuff. It's still amazing to watch. So I mean, it was fun. But that Spurs team, like they played well together last season. They didn't get a lot of wins, but I mean, I was on Twitter last night and people were like, "Oh, this Spurs team's kind of good." I'm like, "Yeah, like they just are never on television, so no one ever got to see."
Right.
Yeah,
So,
actually, I didn't know not one player.
Not one player.
So
Not one player, just Wemby.
Yeah, just Wemby. And then he was on the bench. So they was all like, all right, we got all these. I mean, that's why they played.
I'm not even going to get mad that they didn't know any of the players. I mean, I guess if I look at it in the perspective of like all these other teams, I could probably name at least maybe a couple players on their team, but like, I don't know. Usually I don't keep up with as many teams as the Spurs.
Like that.
I should, though. I should change that.
All these eyes on us finally.
Damn.
We gonna hoop.
Johnson can play. Vassell can play. Sochan, is that his name? Sochan.
That's not the hair, right?
He wear the
He
Zohan.
got
Yeah. They remind me of OKC.
No one corrected
You know what I'm
him.
saying? How they move and how they slash. They hit open shots. And what was it, Jones? Was it Trey Jones, the number 33?
Yeah.
He played out his mind. I like the way
Got
he
me my
plays.
6 assists.
Yeah, I like the way he plays. So Victor just got to figure out how he fit.
Yeah, Wemby betrayed me. 22.5 points, rebounding assists. He finished with 22.
Is this
I
all?
like Wembanyama.
22.
Is this all this is? I don't want to go over the first half. You see, let's jump to Gilbert talking here.
Across the board, it was horrible. All games, right? All games. Your star players across the board did not have great showings.
Right.
Right? They're still in preseason mode.
Okay.
And for him, we have to still let him play and see what we have, right? You know, we go into the concept of this is how we want to play, and then once it gets out there, let us see how it looks. Then from there, as good coaches, then you start adjusting.
But the moment he got picked, we supposed to been in the locker room like, hey, we running these plays for this guy.
Yeah, I mean,
we picking these players to be centered around him.
That's
Draft
good
day.
against Europeans. We got to see.
Is he saying it? Is he genuinely saying, dude, don't spam in the chat, please. Love of God, Jesus. Oh my God, please. Can you please not, don't spam in the chat. I know you're trying to like be edgy or whatever and trying to get me mad. I'm not getting mad about it, okay? I know you're trolling, but like, don't spam in the chat. I don't want to have to ban you for, X amount of time. But yeah, like he's basically saying that the Spurs should have got Wemby and then immediately started building around. That's so crazy. That makes no sense, especially when you're still trying to figure out what type of player he is. That makes no sense.
See what he do against how his team's matching up. Are they putting guards on him? Are they putting bigs on him?
Right.
Like we have to see how it goes because it's now a game plan. It's gonna be a game plan from him.
But we know
you're just adjusting game by game.
We know Pop to be a systematic coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Spurs never changed their offense. They did everything the same way every game. They never changed for teams that made us change for them, right? So that's why I was looking for Pop to put him in Tim Duncan positions where, regardless of who guarding this nigga, it's coming
by
through,
the way, he's a
Wemby in the
Popovich.
post,
He's a
or Wemby-
Popovich hater. By the way, maybe that's why he's doing this. He is a Popovich hater.
Get the pick and roll. We know he gonna get these shots.
But he's not Tim Duncan.
I know.
So you can't put him in Tim Duncan's spot.
Why not?
Because he's not Tim Duncan.
But it's the size. The size. It's like.
And Tim Duncan was very he's the size. That's so ridiculous. Like overall, the problem is a lot of players. Like if you're talking about LeBron, if you're talking about Tim Duncan, they have very defining skills, right? Like they have a very defining skill set. Also Duncan coming into the league, he was 21 years old. Maybe you can do this with a LeBron. Like it's pretty obvious that, LeBron James, that's how you could build around him. You give him some shooters, some good defenders, boom, you got a good team, right? Because he's LeBron James. And then Tim Duncan, kind of the same thing. You put him in his spots. He's a post playing ridiculous, the greatest power forward of all time, whatever, Mr. Fundamental. Like, yes, that makes sense. And he has very defining skills. Wemby, he has 50 million skills. You don't know what he's going to be the most comfortable with. You don't necessarily know what you're going to be getting 100% of the time. So you have to sit back and actually watch and then start honing in on those things that, when you look at the numbers, you look at the statistics, this is what you're most efficient at. Maybe we should start doing more of this right now, because he doesn't have those same defining skills as other upcoming superstars or greats had, going into the league. He's not necessarily as easy to find out. So that's an asinine statement to say you should just build around him. You can't build around a player that's still trying to figure out his own game. What do you do? Like, how do you build around Wemby right now? I have no idea. I don't think Wemby knows yet, and I don't think the Spurs know. So, I don't know.
A template. It's a template of Tim Duncan. If once he develops enough, we can try the Tim Duncan formula. But until then, we're going to use this template to see how he adjusts to it.
But we already know it's going to be a fail if he's never been a post player.
Right.
Tim Duncan was a post player.
Right.
That was his bread and butter. So that's just like saying, all right, when Tim comes in the league, play him like this.
You're right.
Exactly.
Right.
He has a defining,
So,
defining skill set. Yeah.
He's more guard-like. So, I would try to play him like AI.
Wow.
Forward cards, zipper across, zipper recall, and see what they do.
Real shit.
Like zip him like point guard, and he's
Especially
on the
if
wing.
he has a post on him, because the way posts navigate any type of screen is
Ridiculous.
Most players don't
They
know
would
how to
get
get through
a
screen.
zipper screen. Man,
Hawk cut down.
Hawk cut down, hawk back screen,
Yeah.
and flare
Yes.
off. And see what your big man do. Your big man's nature is to do what? Protect the rim. Now he's sitting there popping, going this way. They wouldn't know what to
That's
do.
what I mean by that.
gotta
That's what I
run
mean by
off
putting him in
screen.
those positions where he can get the ball, catch and shoot while there's no set defense. Right? He actually is getting the ball in scoring position. He's not doing it where, like, their offense now is when he catch, he got to make something happen.
Moment was last night. So this is the first experience he gets of a real NBA scenario. So now he has to adjust game by. I mean, but that's right. Like, he's a rookie, right? What NBA player who's been playing 3-4 years is going to say, all right, we're going to give you the ball at the end of the game? It's what do you know? You don't know nothing, right? You getting off, thank you, but now it's time for the big boys to do what the big boys do, right? And that's just the way it is. Like, you have to earn that right to get the ball at the end of the game. You have to earn it. This is not something, I don't give a fuck how many plays the coach draws.
I don't know about that. But yeah, good stuff. Great stuff. Gilbert Arenas, once again, being the man of reason here, making the most sense. I don't know what's going on. Gilbert Arenas, he been cooking lately, guys. I don't know. I love his Wemby takes, and I have to watch more of them. But really good stuff. Great stuff. Just wanted to go over that. And I don't really disagree with much of what Gilbert said. I definitely disagree with the other one. So good stuff. Great stuff. All right, so hold on. There's one thing you guys said that I want to go over. Oh crap, it went early now. Here we go. All right, actually, I'll bring this up. God, I spelled that so terribly. All right. Okay. All right. So we got a question here in the chat. It says, serious question. When they talked about Tim, Tony, and Manu coming in to mentor Wemby, are they also helping out or helping the other new guys like Tony talking to Sochan on playing point guard? Well, in actuality, I do want to talk about that. So as far as Tim Duncan is concerned, and this is just from what I gathered, okay? This is the outside looking in, everything that we've covered, everything that we've talked about. This is what I think. So first and foremost, Tim Duncan. From what I've seen, it seems like Tim Duncan has been more of a mentor for the bigs that the Spurs have gotten. So maybe he's a mentor to Sochan, not 100% sure. We know he was a mentor to LaMarcus Aldridge, and there was plenty of footage of that. I'm sure he's willing to give advice to any player on the team. People have said that, guard or not, have said, yeah, Tim Duncan has helped. Like Lonnie Walker talked about getting information from Tim Duncan and learning from Timmy. So Timmy's willing to help anybody that wants it, but more than likely, he's probably focusing or keying in on the bigs. That just seems like that's more so the case. So Tim Duncan, David Robinson, they're probably really a direct line to Wemby if Wemby needs anything. As far as Tony Parker is concerned, I think Tony Parker has, we obviously this interview in particular, him talking to Sochan, but I think that at the very least, they have each other's number. Okay. So I would be hard pressed not to believe that Tony Parker isn't helping out Jeremy Sochan. I just have a vibe that that's definitely what's going on. But obviously him being more of a mentor towards Wemby and probably Sochan and probably Trey Jones as well. So those are my thoughts there with Timmy and Tony. Now, Manu, I do find it very strange that you brought up Manu, my boy, because Manu would be mentoring the entire team because he directly works for the San Antonio Spurs. Tim and Tony don't, at least from what unless the chat has something different, I don't think those two work for the Spurs at all. But Manu Ginobili definitely works for the San Antonio Spurs and player personnel and everything. So he is helping everybody. So I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, it's not just, Wemby. So he is helping everyone. So the Spurs have a lot of different mentors. Okay. Now, with that being said, I am completely fine with some of the things that you guys have said, like early in the chat, that like you would prefer if the Spurs went and just got themselves another mentor for the team, somebody that can help them on defense, be that voice in the locker room. Because while we do have some really good voices and some really good vets, let's just be honest in saying like Doug McDermott, he's not. I mean, he's a good vet, but as far as defensive prowess and teaching guys and team defense, he's not a great defender by any means. The guys that we have right now, I think can really help when it comes to chemistry offensively. I mean, I've already said this before, but one of the best lineups that I saw the Spurs run was, hold on, let me try to get it right, okay? Malachi Branham, I'm pretty sure it was Malachi Branham, Doug McDermott, Osman, Zach Collins. Who was the fifth? Crap, who was the fifth? It wasn't Trey Jones. Crap, who was the fifth? Do you guys remember? It was a few games ago. Hold on. I might have tweeted it because I don't want to mess this up. Full of vets, though. Let's see. Here it is. Malachi, Osman, Doug, Mamu. That's what it was. Mamu and then Collins. Those guys played really well together. So I think Doug and Osman on the team as vets really do help when it comes to offensive offensive chemistry and everything, cohesiveness. But as far as like defensively, yeah, we would definitely need some type of, vet in the locker room that could help with that. I think would be pretty nice. But yeah, sorry, I'm getting off the topic. Tim, Tony, Manu, I think they're open to help anybody that needs it. But I think Timmy's probably more so focused on the bigs. He probably talks to Wemby the most. Tony, I think he's willing to talk to Wemby and Sochan. He's probably helping them the most. Then Manu, he helps everybody because, I mean, he literally works for the team. So there's that. So I just wanted to address that question. Good question, by the way. I do like that question. Don't think we need Collier. Would rather get I'm gonna look into these guys, and then we're gonna have fun. Probably, maybe we can start doing that. Honestly. All right, give me 1 millisecond. Let's see something. Let's see. Let's see. I wanted to go over three more things, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see if I had. That's weird. Sorry, I was looking at this. I thought this was really strange. Stephen A. Smith weighs in on GOAT debate about Lightning McQueen. Can we all agree that the Cars movies suck? Like, genuinely suck? The heck is this? What is this? I played One Gotta Go Forever. Oh, Carolina talked to Keldon Johnson about something. That's cool. Yes, we're gonna take a look at that. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at that. Now, before we do, really quick, I want to tell you guys about a giveaway that I am doing. So I'll be giving away Spurs tickets to any game, $200 worth value. So that is literally any San Antonio Spurs game. All you have to do is go to the link in my description, download Mojo Fantasy, sign up, super easy process, and then just send me a message, whether on Twitter or on Instagram. If you're confused by me saying Twitter, it's X. Just hit me up, send me a DM. My DMs are open, and just show me, hey, Clan, I signed up for it or whatnot. And boom, you will be entered into the giveaway. So if you guys are interested in that, please do. Link in the description to download Mojo Fantasy. It's really great. Sportsbook meets fantasy. So you could basically trade away. It's kind of crazy. You could trade away players in the midst of games. It's and you can see here, it's kind of like a stock. So players' stock goes up and down, and depending on where it's at, you can make that risk and buy or sell them, however you want to do it, trade away. But really great stuff. But yeah, just send me a, what about MySpace? No, unfortunately, I no longer have MySpace. I haven't had MySpace in over 15 years. So MySpace was dope, bro. MySpace was dope. Anyways, yeah, guys, if you're interested, link in the description, and you will be entered into a giveaway. All right, let's see what Keldon had to say here. Wait, no, I don't. Oh, okay. Ooh, thank God. I thought she gave away the answer. All right, let's see what this is.
I gotta go forever.
So we're not profit. All those funds go right back out to the community. And you can probably get a scholarship.
Mashed potatoes or candy yams.
Okay, so me being on keto, low carb or whatnot, I should answer this, but I'm sorry, they gotta stay. They can't go. Make the right decision, Keldon. You're the leader of the team. Don't fumble this.
Stuffing, gone. I don't eat stuffing anyway. Nah, I don't eat stuffing. It's gone.
What's the favorite dish of Thanksgiving?
Macaroni and cheese. Easy. My grandma macaroni and cheese, fire.
They said his mom's is the best.
No.
Grandma got it.
Yeah, cook off. Cook off.
All right,
No problem.
Trade Keldon. I think it's time. I think it's time to trade Keldon Johnson. It is officially time to trade Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson should definitely be traded after this. After hearing this, I think it's fine to trade him. Yeah. I'm not a proponent of jumping on the bandwagon of trade this player's gone, blah blah blah. Keldon, my boy, you gotta go. You gotta go. Yeah. We gotta get him out of here. I don't care about the stats. I don't care that he's averaging like 6 assists and 4. I don't care. He got to go, guys. Zach LaVine for Keldon Johnson. Anybody for Keldon Johnson. I would actually, I would trade Keldon Johnson for mashed potatoes. He needs to go. He got to go. I can't believe this man says stuffing. What is wrong with him? He's obviously off his rocker. It's time. He got to go, guys. But big shout out to Carolina for actually keeping her composure when he said that stuffing can go. I'm proud of her for not losing it. I'm proud of her for not hitting him over the head with the microphone. Great job, Carolina. I wouldn't be able to keep my composure. I would be in jail right now. You guys would not hear from me for a little while. Okay, I will be in jail. I must say though, nice swag. I really want to know where he got this from. This beanie is really dope. I really like the beanie. It's really cool. But yeah, he gotta. Time for him to get out of here. Time for him to be traded. Yeah. The heck is all this? I did not know this. Really? List of players to record 15 points, 8 blocks, and 2 3-pointers in a single game. Brook Lopez and Victor Wembanyama. Really? That's it? That's very specific though. 2 3-pointers in a single. That's very specific. Who else is on this list? Hold on. Let's do a little something. Let's see. Let's do NBA players with 8 blocks in a single game, 20 years old or younger. Oh, there's a lot in a single game. Wait, no, wait. Brook Lopez in 2023. No, how old is Brook Lopez? Hold on. Wemby's the youngest though, right? He's the youngest. Why is it not counting my 20 years was 19? No. All right, there we go. I was about to say, what the heck? Okay. So you had Mitchell Robinson, 9 blocks. Noel, 9 blocks. Let's see. Jeremy Grant, 8 blocks. Anthony Davis, 8 blocks. Anthony Davis did 3 times. Josh Smith. Okay, this is some really impressive company. Kevin Garnett, Shaquille O'Neal did it 4 times. How old was he? But is Wemby the youngest? Wemby's the youngest. Wemby's the youngest to ever do it. Wait, no, he's not. Who is this? No, Josh Smith is the youngest. Why don't they have it in order? Yeah, why don't they have this in order? Okay, Josh Smith, the youngest to do it in 2004. And Wemby's the second youngest. That's pretty impressive. Pretty sure he's the youngest to see. Yeah, Josh Smith, Darius Miles, and then, okay. Wow. Wemby's such a monster, dude. This is a crazy stat. Very impressive. I'm not going to lie. You know what else is impressive? ClanTheMerchFan.com. Link in the description. If you guys want to support the channel, please do. Link in the description. ClanTheMerchFan.com. If you want to support, you can either go to ClanTheMerchFan.com. First come, first serve, because I actually caught up on orders. Or you can become a patron, a YouTube member, only $2 per month. Either way, support the channel, man. ClanTheMerchFan.com. I'm sorry. I really snuck up on you on that one, but that was a really cool stat. Really nice stat. Make a trade Sochan Keldon shirt. Maybe I will. All right, let's see. What else been going on? Again? Another stat? Again? What the heck? Only 4 teenagers in NBA history have multiple games with 5 blocks and 4 assists. Again? And the only reason Duncan isn't on the list because he was 21 when he got to the league. And Robinson isn't on the list because he was 24 when he got to the league. That's ridiculous, dude. He's in the category of Kevin Garnett, Tracy McGrady, LeBron James. People really need to sit back. Well, okay, most people do believe that Wemby's going to be a superstar. He's going to be one of the greatest players of all time. Everybody believes that. Like, players believe it. Analysts believe it. Scouts believed it. People have been believing this since he was like 14, 15 years old that this could be a possibility. So it's been out there for a while. Man, maybe 16. I'm going too far back. Maybe 16. I think who was it that said they? No, I can't remember. Was it Batum? I can't remember. But they said they saw him when he was like 14. They were like, "What the heck?" Anyways, yeah, I think that. But the people that are skeptics, I don't know why they're skeptics, because this is absolutely ridiculous. For you to be in the category of these guys is crazy. These are all-time greats. See, did anyone say anything? Is he? Did anyone, those teenagers, lose 7 games in a row? Fire pop. They were rookies, and LeBron's team was really trash his rookie year. So yeah, they would have lost 8 in a row. I mean, statistically, there's no way that they wouldn't have lost quite a few games in a row. Oh, he posted it. T-Max Raptors had losing streak of 13 and 12 games. KG's Timberwolves lost 7 in a row. LeBron's Cavs lost 8 in a row. And now they're all Hall of Famers. Chill out. Any coach that puts Sochan at the point should be fired ASAP. See, he doesn't want to engage in anything. He's just dumb. These type of people don't want to engage in anything. They're just dumb. And he's only 13 games in, so this is a couple days out. The only rookies with 2.5 blocks per game over the last 30 seasons. Are we joking? Are we serious? And he was 21. 21? Oh my goodness. Where's Curry? This bro really said, where's Curry? A 7-footer dude? Not surprised, to be honest. Well, yeah, that's totally not impressive. Because he's tall, that's so not impressive. It's not like there hasn't been many other tall guys over the past 30 seasons. Yeah, that's totally not impressive. That's ridiculous, dog. So encouraging. This is gonna be great. This is pretty great. This makes me happy. Makes me real happy. This makes me happy, guys. Good stuff. I guess that's it for tonight. I don't really have much else to go over. Like I said, tomorrow I may or may not go live. If I were to go live, it's going to be in my car, and something miraculous will probably have to happen for me to like be excited enough to like record in my car while I'm driving. But I'm not 100% sure. I don't think I will, though. Chet is averaging 2.5 blocks. Oh, so is that wrong? Is this wrong? Can you do a watch along while I'm driving? We can do it next week. Maybe I'll do one next week. Or we'll do a watch party. I'm still trying to build the stream. There's somebody I'm talking to help me with it, but I think they've been really busy, but I want a stream for that. A specific stream for that. Nope. 2.1 blocks per game, actually. So, no, it's right. My bad. It's okay. Maybe he was averaging 2.5 before. But, yeah, no, it's 2.1 now. Still impressive. Like, I'm sure if we looked at, like, rookies that average 2 blocks per game, it's still going to be just a few, I would assume. Let's see. And I don't think that's going to change. I think Wemby's going to average 2.5 to 3 blocks per game this season. Unless guys just completely stop trying him. But there's going to be some teams that still try him. Let's see. NBA rookies to average 2 blocks per game. Wait, no. All right, here we go. All right, so there's Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, there's more players than just him to average 2.5. Why did it say that? But yeah, averaging at least 2. It's quite a few, not a lot. Walker Kessler's on that list. Impressive. Oh, over the course of 30 years. I'm sorry. You're right. Wait, no, but Joel Embiid's on here. See? Well, he only played 31 games. Okay. So maybe they're talking about like a whole season? Well, Mitchell Robinson, 66 games. Oh, that's 2.4. Okay. They're not lying. I don't want to... Yeah, they're not lying. I think they're just saying Joel Embiid only played 31 games or whatever. I mean, I know it's only 14 for Victor too, but over the course of 30. Okay, that's fine. Sorry. You're right. Yeah, because that would be more than 30 years ago. What's up with Wemby missing such close shots? I don't know. A lot of times he's fouled from what I've seen. That's the eye test though. But like usually he's fouled in those. But yeah, it's a lot that he should still be able to bam down. But I think maybe when he builds a little bit of strength, it'll be a little easier for him. All right, let's hop off, guys. I got to go to bed. I will get with you guys later. I love all of you. Thank you so much for all of the support that you've shown me and this channel. Unfortunately, I'll be out of town. Well, fortunately, actually, because I'll be with my family for... What about Mojo plug? Oh, we did plenty of Mojo plugs. Yeah, so I'll be with family. So you won't hear from me as far as new information over the weekend, unless, like I said, I do something in my car, and I don't know if I'm gonna do that yet. So, but everything that I've talked about thus far, like over the last couple days, streaming last night and streaming tonight, it will be uploaded, all of the different segments and everything. So I'll get all that up. I just have to actually make thumbnails for all of them, which is gonna be something. That's like 12 videos. So, but I'll do that. I'll have videos up throughout the weekend and everything, all the way up till Monday. If something happens that's big, Sunday night you'll hear from me. But if not, you won't hear back from me until like Monday. So anyways, I'll get with you guys later. Till next time. Bye.